This is IGN. Ke Huy Quan is back. Too bad his John Wick imitation isn't better. This is your IGN review of Love Hurts by A.A. Dowd. Love Hurts is what rock critics used to call a bastard love child. Mate the mayhem of John Wick with the boogie of Quentin Tarantino, and out pops an annoyingly quirky offspring. David Leitch, the former stuntman who produced this labored action comedy, dabbled in such designer breeding a few years ago in his flashy IMAX caper Bullet Train, spiking a shallow gene pool of Pulp Fiction knockoffs with some kung fu choreography. Love Hurts is like a runt from the same litter, shorter, a little gentler, but possessed of matching dominant traits. You can once again expect the hitmen to trade banal chit-chat when not engaged in brutal, acrobatic hand-to-hand combat. As in Nobody, the 2021 Leitch concoction starring Bob Odenkirk as an unassuming ex-hitman, a wolf comes in sheep's clothing. He is Marvin Gable, played by Ke Huy Quan, a relentlessly upbeat realtor securing dream homes for happy couples in a conspicuously Canadian stretch of American suburbia. The film was shot in Winnipeg, but it's set nowhere in particular. First seen removing heart-shaped cookies from the oven, Marvin floats through his days on a cloud of positivity and professional satisfaction. What his coworkers don't know is that this softie is secretly a Wiccan badass, a reformed killing machine whose old life and bloody career come violently knocking. This is Quan's first headlining role since his triumphant comeback in the metaphysical, multiversal Everything Everywhere All at Once, a more imaginative genre pastiche, to put it mildly. In that film, the former child star grounds the reality-jumping lunacy with his vulnerability. Here, he's stuck playing a walking punchline, the angel of death less interested in moldering bodies than crown molding. Love Hurts keeps yanking the character into reluctant brawls, like the one where he trades blows with an assassin behind an office's frosted glass walls, poking his head out between bouts of combat to flash an all-is-well grin, but there's no actual glimmer of darkness to Marvin. The reveal that he used to kill people for a living doesn't compute, because Quan plays him like a cuddly wrong man guilelessly dodging blows and blades. But Love Hurts doesn't really step into Tarantino land until the climax, when the action shifts to the villain's video store headquarters, a veritable amusement park lair of cult memorabilia. Here, the walls are lined with posters for imaginary kung fu movies. A Mortal Kombat 2 cabinet flashes and planks, and a jukebox supplies the inevitable final fight with some ironically sweet Motown accompaniment. Is that Marvin Gaye we hear before horns and whistles create a counterfeit Ennio Morricone vibe? Our hero had to get his name from somewhere, though at least one other unlucky Marvin leaps to mind too. Riding high after his Oscar-winning comeback in Everything Everywhere All at Once, Ke Huy Quan headlines his very own John Wick knockoff, which also happens to be kind of an imitation Tarantino lark. Quan plays a chipper realtor whose past as a mob killer comes back to haunt him in the form of nattering goons, Zen assassins, and an old object of affection, played by Ariana DeBose, delivering a very arch, campy take on the nightclub mall. The action is reasonably well choreographed, hardly a surprise coming from Jonathan Eusebio, a veteran fight coordinator making his directorial debut. But as a comedy, Love Hurts is pretty stale. When not trotting out dopey crime flick caricatures, it's simply leaning on the supposed hilarity of a sunny house hunter with a secret talent for breaking bones. You've seen many versions of this premise, and better ones too. Love Hurts' IGN score? 4 out of 10. Thanks for listening to IGN. My name is Tony Jackson, and for the latest movie and game reviews, and for the latest Love Hurts updates, visit us at IGN.com.
Spoken Layer.